verse number 45 and 46, that we have created the human beings and made them into male and female from a minute quantity of liquid which is ejaculated. But naturally, if it's ejaculated, it has to be a male fluid. Quran says it is the male which is responsible for the sex of the child. The Quran repeats this message in Surah Qiyamah, chapter 75, verse number 37 to 39, that we have created the human beings from a minute quantity of sperm and then made it into an alaqa, a leech-like substance, then gave it due proportion, then made it into sex, male and female. The Arabic word, nutfatam, min mani yumna, means a minute quantity of sperm. Quran says a minute quantity of sperm is required for sex of the child. Today's science has come to know that the sex of the child depends upon the 23rd pair of chromosomes. And it is the sperm which is responsible for deciphering the sex of the child. If it's X, it's a female. If it's an XY, it's a male. The Quran has mentioned this 1400 years ago. In our society, especially in the Indian society, for reasons known best to them, people prefer having a male child. And suppose the daughter-in-law, if she gives birth to a female child, the mother-in-law normally blames the daughter-in-law. If the mother-in-law has to blame anyone, she should blame the son, not the daughter-in-law, because the Holy Quran and science tells us that it is the male which is responsible for the sex of the child and not the female. The Quran describes the various embryological stages in great detail. In Surah Mu'minun, chapter 23, verse number 12 to 14, it says, we have created the human beings from a quintessence of clay, then made it into a drop, placed it into qararim makin, place of security, then made it into an alaqa, something which clings, a leech-like substance, made that alaqa into mudga, a chewed-like lump, made that mudga into izama, bones, then clothed the izama, bones, with lahm, that is flesh, and then made it into a creature. Blessed is he, the best to create. This verse of the Holy Quran, from 12 to 14 of Surah Mu'minun, chapter 23, describe the embryological stages in great detail. It starts with saying, we have placed the nutfa, the minute quantity, into qararim makin, a place of security. Today embryology tells us that the embryo is protected posteriorly by the backbone and the posterior muscles of the mother, anteriorly by the anterior-abdominal wall, by the uterine wall, as well as the amniochorionic membrane. It continues. Then we made it into an alaqa, a leech-like substance, something which clings. The Arabic word alaqa has got three meanings. Something which clings, a leech-like substance, as well as blood clot. Alhamdulillah, all three meanings are applicable here, because the embryo in the initial stages, it clings to the uterine wall of the mother. It looks like a leech, as confirmed by Professor Keith Moore. It also behaves like a leech. It behaves like a bloodsucker. It derives the blood supply and the nutrition from the mother. And at this stage, if an abortion takes place, the concept is it looks like a blood clot. It looks like a blood clot as well as a leech. So Quran, in one word, it implies three meanings which all are applicable. Quran mentions this word alaqa no less than 6 times. Twice in Surah Mu'minun, chapter 23, verse number 12 to 14. Surah Hajj, chapter 22, verse number 5. Surah Ghafir, chapter number 40, verse 67. Surah Qiyamah, chapter 75, verse 38. As well as in Surah Iqra, chapter 96, verse number 2. 6 times it's mentioned. Previously, in the 17th century, people thought that the sperm, it evolved a miniature human being. A miniature human being was present in the head of the sperm, which later on developed into the uterus of the mother as a newborn baby. This was believed by Swammerdam, who proposed the perforation theory. Later on, when they discovered that the ovum is bigger than the sperm, De Graaf and others, they said, it is not the sperm